Hi guys, I thought I would share this mini album that I just finished up maybe a week or two ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. This is a mini album of our recent trip to Crystal Palace. My sister and her husband moved to Moncton recently, and so we went up in March to visit them. This mini album is actually from a kit that Marion Smith did, I think it's about a year ago. And I bought a whole bunch of her kits about a year ago, and this is actually the first time I've ever done a mini album from a kit. I've done a lot of mini albums, but I've never done any from a kit, and I have to say, it is so easy and fun just having all the elements, or most of the elements, all right there in front of you. And her kits are just awesome. I don't know if she's still selling them because it's been a while since I checked out her website, but she's at apieceofcraft.com, or that's where she used to be. But anyways, this is the mini album. So it actually came with little holes poked. You see this right here for putting a binder ring. I didn't want to do a binder ring because I've done binder rings before where there's one binder ring and it's really hard. Like, I find that the album kind of flops all over the place, and I did want my kids to be able to use this and look at this mini album whenever they wanted without a whole lot of supervision. So I decided to bind it with the Bind It All, and then I had the challenge of trying to cover all of these little holes. So what I did was I moved the holes so that it fell on different parts on each page, so it wasn't really obvious that I was always putting something up in this corner to hide the hole. And the other thing that I had to do to bind it was I had to actually cut off the scalloped edge on one side. So what I did was I just kind of randomly moved the dots so that they were on a different spot on each page, and then I just, using my slicer, I just cut them all off, cut off one edge. And then I put it together. So this is my mini. I will be as quick as I can. Oh, already 2 minutes and 40 seconds. I'm so bad at this. Anyways, most of this stuff in the album came from the kit. I'll point out things that didn't come in the kit. These Prima flowers did not come in the kit. They were in the discount bin at Michael's, so I just grabbed them and put them on here. And I actually used Smooch to make the centers a different color. This Crystal Palace logo came from the internet. I just printed it up as if it was a photo. This is from K & Company. It's a frame. I think it's from K & Company. The felt here and the felt on this flower is Kaiser Craft Felt Fause, I think it's called, and this flower center is K & Company flower centers. I forget what line it's from. So, but everything else is from the kit. So here's the first page. These are my two daughters hugging each other at Crystal Palace in a really cute little caterpillar chipboard element. I just lined some of the elements in marker just so they'd stand out a little bit. And this flower came in the kit. I love these embossed flowers. Paper flowers are so cute. And these were some tags that came in the kit, these pieces of paper here. And I just turned them around so that they looked like just plain pieces of paper. And layered them a little bit just for a bit of a background. This tag is something that I do from time to time. Whenever I have my stamps out, I'll just stamp a bunch of extra on these tags and I throw them in a box and keep them. And that way, whenever I'm making something and I need a stamped element, it's easy. I don't have to pull out my stamps and stamp stuff all over again. So I just grabbed one of my stamps, and this is just a little story about our trip. So on the other side of the stamp, I have a picture of, that's actually me on the roller coaster. We had to take turns on all the scary rides because the kids, it was just my sister and I, so there was no one to watch the kids. So we would take turns going on the rides, and then the other one would take pictures. And of course, most of the rides at Crystal Palace are just for kids anyway. So there were only a few rides that the kids couldn't go on. So that was my mistake there. I did the journaling lines and I did my journaling, and then I remembered I'd have to bind this, so I wound up having to bind into some of my journaling, but I think you can still see what it says. So this is probably my very favorite page. I gotta pick up the pace. I'm really not good at this. This is probably my very favorite page. I love this chipboard tree element. All that I did was I added some stickles to it. This is a We Are Memory Keepers little element that I cut out that I thought looked good with the kit. On the back of my chipboard tree, because this would have been plain chipboard that was showing, I embossed it in bright green. I don't have many colors, so I have to work with what I have, and it wound up being a little bit too bright, so I just went over it with an embossing marker, and then I re-embossed parts of it with weathered wood just to kind of tone it down a little bit, and I think I guess I kind of like the look. It looks fine. I like it. And then I just added the stickles for where the cherries are. I learned that technique from Marion. I think Marion Smith at apieceofcraft.com does that, or maybe somewhere else. I can't remember. I've watched too many YouTubes to remember who does what. This is again another place where I hid the little circle. I stuck a little button through there, and then the button pokes through the other side, so I just attached a little safety pin and tied some ribbons to it. So this is another really basic page. All these pages are really basic. This is a Jilly Bean journaling sprout, and this came in the kit. It's really cute, and I did the same. I embossed the back of it in a bright blue. These letters came from Sizzix. It's one of those decorator strips. I just run it through my Cuttlebug. I bought the plates that go with the Sizzix, and I just run it through my Cuttlebug, and it works fine. I use these a lot on mini albums because it's the perfect size to do titles on mini albums without covering up your whole page with letters. I made this ribbon wrap all the way around the page, and it's not done right now, but it actually acts as a little closure for this page here. And so I just glue gunned a whole bunch of buttons onto the back of the tree after I embossed it. And then this is a flip page just with a piece of scrap paper that I had lying around my room. Again, some more scraps that are stuck beneath just to add a little bit, and that's another Jilly Bean journaling sprout, and I added a sticker from my own stash, and that's a pretty cute little flip. I added the word lift here because everybody's so careful with my mini albums. Nobody ever wants to break anything. So I have to tell them to lift the flap, or else they would just say, oh, that's really cute, and turn the page without looking at it. So this is another chipboard element from the Basic Grey Lemonade collection, I believe. I just stickled it to make it nice and shiny and glittery. This is lime stickles, that's fruit punch stickles, and that might be Waterworks or Waterfall or something like that. So another really simple page, just matting. I attached this little binder clip here and tied a ribbon around it, and then I did the same thing here and tied a ribbon. And this page is all these pages are really simple. Added some journaling lines here and popped out of this sticker, this photo and photo mat just for some dimension. This is kind of an interesting story around this page. I had some extra photos and wanted to put them in the mini album, but I'd run out of pages. So I usually like to put in different types of interactive elements like folders and envelopes and stuff. But I couldn't think of anything, and I looked over and I had just made some cards with my Cricut using the Stretch Your Imagination, I think, card. And so this card here came with an envelope that I made with my Cricut, and it was exactly the right size. So I just grabbed the envelope from this, which I don't have right now, and it was perfect size to fit in this album. So I just cut up another one. I had it on my Gypsy, so it's really easy. I just pressed cut again and cut it out of this green flowery paper. This is double-sided paper from maybe K & Company. It's Berry Sweet is the line. So anyways, I just made this cute little extra page, and that allowed me to get this picture of my girls and my sister in the monster trucks having a great time. I added a couple of stickers from my own stash and another Kaiser Craft felt flower, and then this was in the kit already, and this little charm came in the kit too. So I just tied that on there, and this wraps around there to close. And then I ran some green paper through my Nestabilities to get this little tag, and I stamped the life and did some journaling and added a little. This is a picture of my daughter's very favorite ride. It's one of those drop rides, but it's a mini one just for little kids, so it was really cute. And that's them on it. This is my daughter and my sister. And then these girls are bored stiff because my daughter insisted on going on this ride over and over and over again. Then the last page is just, oh, I'm almost out of time. Last page is Tinkerbell from my Cricut, flower from the kit, and I added some extra ribbons, and then the back looks like this. So there you go. This is my mini album. Thanks for watching.